New goal, no distractions.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Justice for All with Chaos Counseling.
March 23rd, 12:05 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Speed through!
Speed run, go!
I forget.
Actually, don't speed run it because we read
Court
this.
will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to the client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item?
Holy shit, it sounds like a total speed run of the courtroom.
I was gonna say, can we please make this into a soap opera to help us go faster?
I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real criminal. Push the button.
Press A.
Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand.
Again.
Sup, bitches?
Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You have seen it before.
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
All right.
Why does she...
Let me enlighten you.
Please do.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's just a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes. This is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
It looks like there really was something to that bear after all.
I hope so.
It's not a bear. There's more to the bear.
Oh my gosh, birds!
It's actually a polar bear.
It's not a statue, it's a clock.
Oh,
Mysteries.
A puzzle?
that's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine. No, it doesn't.
Sure enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly?
The kind that once you take it apart, you'll never get it back together.
True.
Yes.
So you can take it apart? And how do one go about doing that?
Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
I love how it jumps.
Boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it.
When did he ever have it?
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
Don't mind me.
Don't mind me.
And how do you know about this?
I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
Interesting. How do you memorize that? It's insane.
So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
It's like a Rubik's Cube. You just kind of...
No,
Fair.
only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country.
But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get what was inside.
Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken.
Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box?
I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you, huh? And of course that means Mr. Ungard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Figuring updated in the court record.
Sweet.
Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have to come to realize
Eh?
There is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness,
Yes?
you are the only one who can open this. Please.
There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves a puzzle and takes the bear apart.
I've opened it. And this is what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what this is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impacts. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard it all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace.
Could you slow it down, please?
So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question?
What is written on the note?
That's right. At least, that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
Can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. I was gonna burn it for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I cannot allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of this note aloud.
Very well. I genuinely don't remember the contents. This is going to be interesting.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the dead silent courtroom. In a note, Celeste Impacts left us to record left a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by On Guard, about being engaged to Corrida and On Guard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all.
That's all Miss Impacts had to say.
There's only one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word!
Matt Ungard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
Celeste's suicide note added to the court record.
It's not God's fault that woman killed herself.
And this time, he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that!
How terrible! What a selfish person!
I guess there are slam bar lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too.
I'm hungry!
Honey, we're gonna get kicked out again, stop!
There is no margin for doubt here.
Margarine?
Margin.
Margarine.
I'm hungry, Mom!
Mr. DeKiller's okay, it's not capitalized there either.
Just go.
Maybe.
Just go!
Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
Ugh. Am I supposed to escape from this one?
Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know, I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are 2 deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation through one of those.
Gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry.
The suicide note or the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue?
I think the suicide note.
Please wait, Your Honor.
Oh man, look at that lawyer!
Oh, he's still going at it.
It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook.
Fuck you!
I think Your Honor believes that Matt and Guard killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that's correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Corrida until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt and Guard could not have known what was written on this note.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Think about it that way.
Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange.
I did, Your Honor, so
No one in the right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
Order! 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 You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Redroth, what's your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one.
Unfortunately, I think he believes differently.
I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Please don't.
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor.
Yes, but what is it?
This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
But what is it?
It's a spy camera.
But that... I thought that spy camera was in my possession.
Oh, you gave it to Gumshoe, dummy.
Matt Ungard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on.
gasp!
His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungard.
Sorry.
Order! Order! Ahem! Amen! Mr. Wright!
What?
Yes, Your Honor?
Men?
Yeah, when I first read it, my brain said amen, so I thought, I'd throw it in there. I'd say amen for kicks and giggles.
You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that same one.
What?
Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this.
Gumshoe's thing.
Gumshoe's bug sweeper.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Oh shoot, I don't mean to derail, but we actually saw that in the first game. The bug sweeper.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, when we were in the evidence room in the 5th case, we're like examining stuff, and then you can actually see a picture of the bug sweeper. It's cool.
Yeah!
That's
Sorry,
good.
amazing.
Fingerprints were on there.
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence?
I think this is the end. Again. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ungard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along.
You got me good this time.
And the
I
other
don't have
times.
anything to counter that.
Nope. Just let it go.
Hey, now what's the lawyer thinking? What's he doing?
Mommy, is that man a bad killer guy?
I'm hungry!
Stop! Don't look at him!
The way he's sweating is just so nasty.
Phoenix, here's a handkerchief.
Yes, Chief?
Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet?
What I'm going to do next? Does running away sound like running away like a frightened child work?
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Well, what is it, Mia?
There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate.
Something he should investigate?
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
Because it's the climax of the video game.
Because I'm happy right now.
This is a video game?
Wait, are we in the video game?
Alright, I think it's time that we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? I have an objection, Your Honor.
Of course you do. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, the defense has no intent of letting this go so easily.
So salty!
You're beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor.
No, it's not.
Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said?
So you're telling me that I forgot something.
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence.
This is Miss Impact's suicide note, right?
Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until a few moments ago. Which means... the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Shit.
Oh,
So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, has yet to be even remotely confirmed.
That's a good point! Fuck! Wow!
Mr. Wright, you can't be seriously suggesting...
Mr. Wright! Are you saying the suicide note is a fake?
Miss Andrews, you're the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear?
How dare you!
Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever.
But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it.
What?
Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine? The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself.
I know!
Miss Andrews,
Expensive!
you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt on guard.
I did no such thing!
Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory.
Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution.
That's enough! Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note?
It is as the defense has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
That's impossible!
This isn't good, Phoenix.
The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. Request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate. Handwriting...
Dallas is my butt! That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time!
That guy is guilty! Look, any idiot can tell you that!
I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Oh my gosh, it just keeps going.
Guilty!
Guilty! Guilty, fully guilty! It's a fun! Oh shit!
Steel Samurai to the rescue!
Go, Nick!
What does that sound?
It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer?
He got away.
Fuck!
What?
I'm sorry, pal, I really am! I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry! I wish there was some way I could make it up to you, I really do!
Anyway, what's going on?
We found his hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry, I just need a little more time.
But
Don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty! 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 Guilty!
do you hear that? They're calling for his head.
Peace.
This is
Tranquility.
quite. I can't.
Good hell.
For a mob.
Yeah.
Knowing I'm a mom, so stab.
For us to come this far and. Oh!
But what is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth!
I can't do that.
Throw the dang phone! Do it!
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
About to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch.
Thank you!
Nah.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Hello.
Please, you've got to buy us some more time!
Court is in session.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying.
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but
I am reluctant to do this, however, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend the proceedings until tomorrow.
this time I really can't do anything.
Court is now adjourned for the day.
Yep.
Edgy poo!
Please wait, Your Honor. Can't believe I'm doing this.
Edgeworth?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
Can you really obtain the results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor. Give me 25.
Whoa.
Wouldn't it better to just adjourn for the day and then reconvene tomorrow?
No. 30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for.
Please, Your Honor.
Very well!
I'm dealing with children.
At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess.
Yay!
Be advised there will not be allowed another recess today.
I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
To be continued? Just a little bit more.
Oh,
Okay.
we're making this kind of. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Thanks.
It's okay.
It's okay.
March 23rd, 2:04 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3.
Damn, we've been holding out for 4 hours.
Right? Well, what's going on with my situation?
The killer looks like he got away again. 30 minutes. We can't find her in that time.
Report!
Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
We don't have time to spit it out.
Right. Looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. I'm panicking.
A few things.
Can we use any of them as evidence?
I thought you asked, pal.
Eh?
I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really?
That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran.
What?
He's a criminal now.
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to.
And actually, from an American legal standpoint, this wouldn't corrupt the evidence in any way, shape, or form.
Really?
He's a private citizen.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. But Japan for you.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunk of a junk car, I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me.
Alright, just get here in one piece.
I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light.
Items left by the murderer. Huh.
That can't be good.
Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this.
Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe? Answer me!
No one can stop.
Gumshoe!
And he was never heard from again.
What happened?
It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
What was he thinking? Gotta hurry and call for help.
We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, police will take possession of them.
No, we can't let that happen.
Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance.
I wish I could do that, girl. let me have your abilities.
Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment?
I think so.
That's right, there is a way.
What? How?
I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this.
Oh!
What?
I figured it out.
I haven't.
Yeah!
Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like...
What are you doing?
Oh, I see! I'll try and get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have.
Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth,
What is it?
I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. What I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death.
Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not. That can only be seen after the verdict has been decided.
The verdict?
Is Prosecutor Edward here?
Yes, bailiff.
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis.
Okay.
I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
And with that, we will see you guys next time for the final section of the case.
You guys had fun so far? Get ready for the real ride.